Uh, what's going on? I just wanted to come down here for a few seconds. The plan is to not be on here too long because I really don't have that much to talk about, just a few things, but I wanted to go live and talk about it. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in and then we're going to go ahead and get started. What's up, Marlo and Ebony? How y'all doing? What's up, Latanya and Shell Bell? What's up, Miss Thurman and Bart Meets World? What's going on? What's up, Enoma's political background? What's going on? Baby, that is a mess. It really is. Baby, 40 Pepsis is egregious. It really is, though. We're going to get into it, though. What's up, Candy and Jermaine? What's going on, y'all? What's up, Miss Tony? Miss Tommy? What's up, Stranger Tings? Yeah. What's up, y'all? Baby. So, hold up. Okay. Just a few more. Just a few more. Then we're going to go ahead and get started. Baby Fat Joe about to pass away and go home to glory. He ain't learned his lesson. Fat Joe act like he is 17 years old. He act like he 15. He ain't learned nothing from Irv Gotti. Hello? Baby. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it, all right? So, Fat Joe, I saw a clip today on the Jasmine brand. And it says that Fat Joe says not even a doctor can make him quit drinking 40 diet Pepsis a day. I got a problem. So let's take a listen to Fat Joe and what he had to say.
Long, get money, let's have fun, they're keeping you healthy, right? Because I worry about you because you drink a lot, right? And I don't know how safe that is. I'm not a doctor. I don't give a fuck. I drink too many diet Pepsi. A lot. You know what I'm saying? Very, very much. I got a problem. 30, 40 a day. Let me tell you something. If I went to the doctor, God forbid, and they tell me, yo, you have a problem due to diet Pepsi, I got to take the shit on the chin. I got to just be like, I knew I was just doing too much with them diet Pepsi, right? So,
are you going to hit one when you leave the doctor?
I'm drinking it now immediately. They're not stopping me. No, I was in jail with 1,000 diet Pepsi. Imagine you in jail, you can't have nothing else, but diet Pepsi's illegal. Holy shit, that's like you a cigarette. I had diet Pepsi every sale. Oh yeah, Super Bowl Equal. Niggas was throwing them shits down from all type of angles. The Cubans had them. Everything I had diet Pepsi. Long, get money.
Listen, I don't know if this is an exaggeration, okay, for him to try to get a Pepsi deal. I'm not sure. I don't know if he really is telling. Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much. I don't know if he's necessarily telling the truth when he drinks, by saying that he drinks 40 Pepsis a day. I'm assuming that if he does, it's a can. But even with that being said, I don't know if I necessarily believe that he drinks 40. I believe that he is basically trying to say that he drinks a lot. Let me say this. I am not one who can give out any type of health and wellness advice. I'm trying to get my body together as we speak. Okay? I'm not a fitness trainer. I didn't go to school for the body. And maybe I'm incorrect at what I'm about to say. I want the people who know about this to correct me if I'm wrong. But even if you drink diet Pepsi, diet Coke, girl, 40, diet anything is still too much. Girl, y'all think just because y'all drinking diet Cokes and diet Pepsis that makes it better. It don't. Girl, you're drinking 40, 30 to 40 Diet Cokes a day, and you think because you add diet in it that makes it okay. Now, again, I could be incorrect, but that is a lot. I feel bad when I drink a 20-ounce soda. I really don't drink soda like that. Exactly. Even drinking too much water can be bad for you. Believe it or not. Anything of too much of anything can be bad for you. There was a woman, I don't know if y'all heard about this story. This was probably like 10, 15 years ago, maybe. There was a white lady who died because I forgot what is it that it burst inside of her. She went to a radio station and there was a contest of who could drink the most water. And she drank so much water that something inside of her burst and she ended up dying. So even drinking too much water can be bad for you. You drinking 40 PEPSIS a day, and then we're just gonna go ahead and put it out there. Girl, you would think that girl Irv Gotti would have taught you a lesson, and I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna take it back. Fat Joe, baby, we remember your body and how it used to be. Girl, it's not like you're the healthiest walking around here. Fat Joe done lost a lot of weight. So he's probably healthier than what he used to be. But we're not going to act like Fat Joe is just this girl man of steel to the point where if he were to drink 40 PEPSIS a day, that girl, he might be able to bounce back. Baby, you already walk. Fat Joe already walked like his knees about to give out. Do y'all remember a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about Fat Joe? And I was like, look how Fat Joe walks. Fat Joe looked like his knees about to give out at any second. Okay? At any second. Fat Joe looked like his knees about to give out. Fat Joe, and girl, I'm about to say something, and I'm not going to take it back. I believe that because Fat Joe was so big that his bones are messed up. I don't care. I believe that. I believe that Fat Joe, I believe that Fat Joe was so big at one point that his bones almost gave out. That's why he walked the way he walked. Fat Joe can't even walk straight. Fat Joe walk like this. His knees are like this. Girl. Girl. And you got to there to have your big ass over there drinking 40 PEPSIS a day, and then gonna even have the nerve to tell you that if a doctor tell you, girl, you still ain't gonna knock it off. Let me tell y'all something. Let me say something. I was just out with one of my good friends on Sunday. And I told y'all, we were talking about this yesterday. Well, we were. And we were talking about a lot of stuff. Girl, we were just catching up and all types of stuff. And we were just talking about getting older. And girl, I'm like, girl, we got to start doing right and eating better. And, you know, I had lost a couple of pounds. And I was just like, girl, even with the weight that I lost, I just felt so much better. Like, girl, I felt like my back wasn't hurting no more. Like, I just felt so much better, right? So all I'm saying is, at some point, Fat Joe is going to have to realize that you ain't no young chicken. You are getting older. You ain't got no business walking around here drinking anything up to 40 PEPSIS a day. Again, do I think he might be exaggerating? I do. Do I think that he probably drinks a lot of soda? I do. Do I think it's 40? I don't know. It might be 20, 25. But whatever it is, it's excessive. And you need to cut it out before your family be burying you. All because of PEPSIS. I'm about to say something, and I ain't going to take it back. I think that it is absolutely sad for us to die over something like food and soda. Irv Gotti, because he didn't change his diet, his death really could have been prevented if he just would have changed his diet. But he didn't want to change his diet, so therefore he went to glory. when you think about it, you really died because you wanted to eat too many pork chop sandwiches. You really died because you wanted to eat fried chicken every day. When all your ass had to do was throw a salad or two in the mix. Girl. Eat a piece of baked chicken breast. That's all I'm saying. It's girl, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna say that on here. I'm gonna leave it alone. Big Mama, your arm. Okay, Big Mama, your arm. Y'all gonna be like Big Mama in the hospital getting y'all leg amputated. Let me shut up. I was about to say something. I'm gonna leave it alone. But shout out to okay. Shout out to baby. Okay. Shout out to Fat Joe. Okay. Shout out to Big Mama, your arm. Shout out, And we all need to do better. I just ate some fried chicken last night. I didn't have no business eating it. But all I'm saying is, girl, at some point, girl, we all have to do better. And girl, we gonna have to eat a salad, a baked piece of chicken sometimes. Because we just can't keep it's ridiculous to go to glory over something that you really could have prevented. And I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about like, oh, you could have went to the doctor and prevented. I don't know. All I'm saying is, girl, it's food. Food is something that you can really help yourself with, girl. And to die like Irv Gotti died because he didn't want to change his diet, like, that's absolutely insane. Anyways, all right, y'all. So let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. All right. Tyson Beckford. Tyson Beckford was down to the Breakfast Club. I did not watch the interview. However, he give me that butter, baby. Okay, Big Mama, your arm, give me that butter, baby. Okay, anyways, Big Mama was in the hospital getting her shit chopped off too. All right, so listen, girl, every Sunday we eating greens and fried chicken and ham hocks and candy yams and collard greens and fried fish. Girl, sweet potato pie, chocolate cake, lemon pie. Girl, hello. Now Big Mama got home. Now Big Mama got home. Anyway, let me shut up. So Tyson Beckford was down to the Breakfast Club, and he did an interview. Sorry, he has a new show. You know that show that comes on Bravo, like the King's Court. I think the first group to do it was, I think, K. Michelle, Lisa Ray, and I think Delicious. Well, anyways, I think it's like in its third or fourth season, and it's basically like a dating show, I guess. I've never watched it, but so I guess he's promoting that. And so this is some of what he had to say. He basically talked about Wendy Williams. Baby, when I tell you, baby, Tyson does not see it for auntie. Take a listen.
Oh, I've been to that, but for the show, yeah, definitely, I put it out there that I'm not a playboy like that anymore. I don't even go out anymore.
Every
guy in the house by 6.
Every guy who's run through a bunch of women always wants to.
Listen to you. Right. You must be talking from experience. I heard you earlier in your cheating ways. Come on, don't try to figure something out with you, bro. You on your own. You on that Love Island by yourself. Don't get me down there.
My jersey been retired a long time ago.
Yeah,
but
too, bro.
I wasn't no player. I didn't know, but you Tyson Beckford.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. They put that label on you, and you stuck with it. Because there's only 2 labels they hit you with in the industry. 1, you're either gay, or 2, you're a playboy, or what's the third one? Oh, you just like white women. I dated like 3 white women my whole life, and then boom, I'm stuck with this title. Right. So another reason I got on the show was to try to kill all of that stuff right there. She's not around no more. She's not on radio no more. Which we know, that one started the rumor. I don't know why she started that rumor on me, but you know what? Karma hit your ass. Good for you.
Damn.
It's her birthday. I'm not. Hey,
Damn.
No F's given. I'm gonna try not to swear.
Y'all haven't made up. Yeah, so y'all celebrate her birthday this week and all that?
I don't give up.
Tyson said, I don't care.
And me and Tretch feel the same way. Her karma's come to her. You just talking people business, making up stuff. You know what I'm saying? Why? To get clout, radio? Nah, stop that.
You want to know what's interesting?
Because I called Kevin in the street one day. Yeah, Kevin, you don't want this. Yeah, and then he gonna call like all my Jamaican crew and say, yo, go done the boy. Them say, what? Becky? No, sir. We're brethren that.
Where you caught him at?
Caught him at the car wash.
In Jersey?
Yeah, buddy.
And what happened?
Had that Glock on me.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, I stay with it. I stay with it.
You used to do that back in the day too? I didn't know.
I stay with it. I got license for Jersey, license for New York. I got license for everywhere. I got about 6 of them.
Would you
I
just
stay with it.
Would you just showed it?
No, I had it. Was walking up on him.
Like, what's up?
And then Jersey police came and was like, hey, T, come on now. Put that away. I was like, yo, he came at me. So what am I supposed to do? I'm defending myself.
Oh, so he came at you.
I feared for my life.
Got you.
When was this?
This was a few years ago. This was a few years ago when I lived up here.
What did he say to you?
He just was, hey, yo, I want you to come to my party. I said, really, bro? After all that, y'all talk about me on the radio? Y'all want to have me up there at your party? I said, yo, my man, get away from me. He was like, yo, who you think you is? Try to play tough with me. Everybody tries to play tough with Tyson. But they don't really know where Tyson come from. BX in the building. So, you know.
You know, I remember one time I was at a party with Wendy, and you was in the party. And she said, how you doing to you? And you went,
yeah.
You grabbed
it. Yeah, I went,
sorry. Auntie called it as she saw it, crouching tiger, hidden Negro, baby. I do want to say this though, believe it or not, I don't know if Wendy started the rumors or not. Y'all know I love Auntie, but I'm not mad at Tyson for feeling the way that he feels. You know, my auntie, that's my shero, but that's a messy bitch. Okay? And it, you know, Wendy was like telling it, like Wendy was not reporting on the mess that hit the blogs. Wendy was telling folks business. Okay? Like Wendy was the blog. Like once she got on television, Wendy just basically did what a lot of YouTubers do. She switched up and she really just reported on hot topics. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like what we do is just go down to the blogs and we just see what's going on. I go to Google, you know, see what's going on Google, and then we just come down here and give our opinion. At one point, Wendy was the blogs. Like Wendy was telling girl what they told her, who was doing coke in the restroom, who was sucking dick, who was getting clapped, okay, who was bending over, who was doing the bending. Like Wendy was telling everybody's business. So I'm not mad at Tyson for feeling the way. Wendy was tamed on TV. That's what Wendy was like. Wendy literally did a 180 once she got on TV. So I'm not mad at Tyson for feeling the way that he feels because, again, you know, I don't know if she made up the rumor. I don't know. But Auntie was, Auntie was with the shits. I do want to say this, though. I do think it's strange how so many people, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Charlemagne at one point was Wendy's right-hand man. So for some people, I feel like to kind of like remove Charlemagne from the picture, girl, Charlemagne used to be messy. Girl, Charlemagne was right beside Wendy Williams until he wasn't. But at one point, Charlemagne was definitely on the Wendy Williams train. So I don't know why people kind of like leave him out of the conversation. Maybe because he's not as messy as he used to be. I listened to Whitney Houston cussing Wendy out at least weekly. At least weekly. He was Wendy's little minion. Right. So I do think it's kind of weird that people leave Charlemagne like Charlemagne wasn't with the shits, because Charlemagne was definitely with the shits. Right. So yeah, but shout out to Tyson again. I'm not mad at Tyson. Tyson basically said, if we have beef, we're gonna have beef forever. It is what it is. I really don't believe it or not. I don't have girl. I really don't. It's almost like a respect thing. Like I can't even get mad at you. I can't even get mad at somebody for like, bitch. I ain't gonna never see it for you. And it is what it is. Okay, Charlamagne will always be a messy queen. Anyway, shout out to Tyson. Shout out to Tyson Beckford. Baby, I told y'all the story before. I saw Tyson. One thing I will say, Tyson still looks girl. Tyson, I don't know what Tyson is doing. Baby, minding his business and drinking water, what we need to be doing, and not drinking 40 sodas a day. Okay. But I saw Tyson in Miami. This is some years ago. You know the beach? You know the beach. You know the gym they have on the beach on South Beach? He was there. I was literally walking on the, what is it called? Right there, girl. The board, not the boardwalk, but the sidewalk basically. And he was there working out, and then he had stopped and he was talking to some guy, and it sounded like he was fussing about something. Girl, it sounded like he was fussing about something. But yeah, I was like, I don't go Tyson Beckford. But anyways, so shout out to Tyson. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about, girl, Tyson's still fine. Tyson damn near 60 years old. Thank you, Black Hippie. Wendy was messy as hell, but she met her match when Judge Mathis got her ass all the way together, Detroit style, roasted Wendy to the grave. Thank you to Honda07. Baby, he's still fine. Let me, okay. So let's move on. And this is the last thing that I wanted to talk about. Okay. So, and this is nothing major. This is just something, like Funky said, a little yang around the house. So we were watching. The Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion came on. And I noticed that a lot of people have not been talking about what Porsha said. And I was like, am I the only one that caught this? Because nobody is really talking about what was discussed at the reunion and what Porsha said. And I was like, well, maybe it was just me. And I was like, did I mishear? Like, did I not hear it correctly? So I want to play the clip, the 3-minute clip of them having the conversation about Britt and Porsha. Because the way that some people are acting is as if she did not say what she said. So let me go ahead and play this clip. Okay? I want to let the clip play all the way through. It's 2 minutes and 43 seconds. I'm going to let the clip play all the way through. I won't stop it so y'all can just hear, okay?
Porsha, what's your reaction to this whole affair?
When Britt did what she did, I saw Kenya's reaction immediately. She said, what? And I saw, her fear, like, what the hell? Did she just say a gun or a pistol? If she said it to me, I would have felt the same way. Afterwards, I just immediately became protective of Vet, a sister of the show.
Yeah.
And knowing someone has said something about a pistol. Now, what do you have? You have a loose cannon, and your loose cannon is called Kenya Moore. Okay? And if she has ever retaliated before, she's going to retaliate, right? And so I knew she had gotten information from a castmate from the show about Britt's past, and then she had got some pictures and video. I knew she had gotten stuff. So my thing was to kind of like help shape how she was going to put this out there.
I will say this. Mm-hmm. I know that there was an investigation surrounding the threat that Britt made relating to the gun.
Yes.
There was also one relating to what Kenya did.
I mean, it's not even our fight, it's between Kenya and Britt, but I heard you say Kenya got the information from one of the cast members. Who?
Well, so she said that Drew sent her some information.
Oh.
Drew, did you send her the pictures?
I never heard guy was the one. So I don't really like my name getting thrown in things.
No, she said it to me.
She said publicly and to me, she got it from a private investigator.
So when I said that on my YouTube, I was talking about the situation, and I said that there was a current housewife that gave the information. She then called me like, "Oh, well, you know, I didn't say Drew," and I said, "Yes, you did. All these girls want to pick Drew." And I was thinking, like, why would you get involved? She knows how upset King is about the pistol situation, so to even add to the stuff that's already out there that she's gonna, expose, I just thought that was like a little crazy. And so when I went to her event and saw that it was on these poster boards, I was then like, okay, girl, we just talked last night. This is all the way to hell. Like, this is not how you do it. You could have never told me that at her event, she was going to do this with all this press there. So I was very disappointed. And really, to be honest, Cindy, I don't know if you felt this way. I was pissed at Kenya.
Yeah.
And Kenya feels horrible for what she did. She knows that what she did was like the pits of hell, and it was just not something you do to another woman. She knew it. She expressed it to me on the phone.
You know, it's just really sad, actually, that was pretty much the last time I even talked to Kenya. She just stopped taking my calls.
To this day?
To this day. And I'm the only one that I feel like she just stopped talking to. So all the years that I've been a housewife of Atlanta, I will say Sweet 16 was not that sweet. It was a lot.
One for the books.
Porsha, what's your read?
Porsha literally said out of her mouth that she talked to Kenya and she was trying to help Kenya shape how she was going to put this out there. She said out of her mouth, I knew she had information, videos, photos. Did y'all not hear her say that? And I was trying to help her shape how she was going to put this out there. I low-key don't want King to return if those so-called vets are going to move like this. I remember the women in earlier seasons getting this woman together at a table, straight masterclass, right, with Natalie and her gift certificate. Porsha was upset, like she said, because Kenya pulled the stunt at her spa. That's why Porsha said she was mad. Girl, I just talked to you last night. It wasn't that Porsha was not in conversation with Kenya, because she was. She was trying to help her shape how she was going to put this out, because she knew that Kenya had photos, videos, and information. That's what she said. She was pissed off because she did it at Kenya Moore Hair Spa Day. Okay? Her being pissed that Kenya did it the day that was supposed to be a celebration for her does not negate that she was on the phone with Kenya trying to help her shape how she was going to put this information out there. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just weird to me how we can literally, and this is one of those situations where we watch the same thing and we choose to hear what we choose to hear. Everybody can turn on their televisions right now and see Porsha say this. But then there will still be people that get down to the World Wide Web and say she did not say that. You misunderstood what she said. Your comprehension level is low. You're just stupid. No, bitch, you're stupid. That's what somebody told me online. Because if you hear the girl saying what she's saying, then how the fuck are you not, like, stop trying to make 1 + 1 = 23. And then Porsha comes to the internet and says that Britt was underaged in the pics. That's what she said. I didn't say it. That's what she said. But you also just said at the reunion that you talked to Kenya and you were trying to help her figure out a way to put this out there. But then fast forward, you say that Britt was underage in the pics. Porsha just didn't like that Kenya did it at the event. She knew Kenya was going to do it. She was trying to assist her and figure out how you going to put this shit out there. How you going to let the world know she's a hoe and she sucked dick? Who is this hoe? I saw you calling folks dumb hoes on Twitter. I was rolling because I get tired of people trying to play in my face. Girl, you are a dumb hoe. Shut up. Like, how are y'all gonna sit here and try to tell me that, girl, you just taking a piece of the clip and not listening to the whole clip? Girl, that's why I said, let me just play the full clip so these dummies can hear the conversation. You're not going to act like what we just heard ain't what we heard. And you're not going to try to act like what I just heard ain't what I heard. Porsha said what she said. Drew also did not deny that she gave Kenya information. Drew answered questions with questions. You know, I just don't like my name to be thrown into stuff, you know. She never denied. She never once denied it. Shout out to Kenya Moore though, because Kenya ain't bringing nobody into her shit. Kenya could have easily thrown Porsha under the bus. Kenya could have easily thrown Porsha under the bus. Now, don't get it twisted. Kenya still did what she did. It all falls on Kenya because Kenya still held up those pictures. She set that shit up. So I'm not trying to remove accountability from Kenya because Kenya still did it. But what I'm saying is Kenya could have easily said, Porsha, while you got your ass down to the internet talking about underage pics, don't forget you was on the motherfucking phone with me too. She could have easily said that. Okay? Why you want to talk about she was underage? Don't forget that you was trying to help me shape how I was going to put this information out there. Basically, everyone was in on the Kenya freestyle. That's what I got from it. Y'all all knew what the fuck was about to happen. Kenya pissed y'all off because Kenya was supposed to do it that day. As far as I'm concerned, Kenya was probably supposed to do it at a girls' trip. Kenya was probably supposed to do it at a dinner. But as far as I'm concerned, girl, she wasn't supposed to do it that day. Kenya fucked around and said, fuck these hoes. I'm going to do the shit today. Girl. I'm just saying, if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it and tell the truth. Kenya definitely freestyled. But I do believe that more than a few of them knew exactly what was about to happen. I'm sorry, not that day, but I think that they were aware that something was going to eventually happen with these videos, photos, and information. I think that Porsha knew. I think that Drew knew. Yes. I think the only people that probably did not know were Kelly, of course, Bang Bang, maybe Angela, maybe Shamia. But I definitely think that Drew knew, and I think that Porsha knew. And I think that Drew hands are dirty. While she may not have given her the pictures, she definitely gave her some information. I don't know if she gave her the number to the private detective, the private investigator. I don't know. Big Ken went rogue, bitch. Baby, my girl was fucked. Baby, my girl spazzed out that day. I said, God damn. Baby, that bitch was back there taking shots at 1800. Bitch was back there taking shots. Baby, that bitch was in the back taking shots of cat motherfucking tequila, baby. Because this bitch is fucked up. Girl, she about to burn this whole motherfucking spot down. Oh my God, sister, don't do it. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Okay, baby. But anyways, yeah. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, but we're not gonna deny the truth. And the truth is what Porsha just said. If Cynthia knew, that makes so much sense why Kenya dropped her. Like, I don't care. The scene was like, it really was. At first, that's what. If people, I thought it was trash. I'm like, this is some trash ass shit, Kenya. Even I was like, this is some disgusting, trifling shit. But once I went back and watched it again, I was like, man. Baby, once I went back and watched it again, baby, the way I was in this motherfucking living room, baby, laughing my ass off, that shit was funny as hell. It wasn't funny the first time I saw it. I was like, baby, this shit is trifling. Oh, baby. But anyways, it is what it is. That's all I really had to say. Yes. I'm not trying to be shady, but was the detective Google? I don't know. I will say this much. Y'all know I love Kenya to pieces. That's my girl. But we got to be honest. I do believe that because Kenya should take the responsibility, the accountability falls on her because at the end of the day, she showed the pictures. But I do think Kenya didn't want to bring anybody else into her shit because at the end of the day, I'm the one who's ultimately, I'm showing the pictures. You see what I'm saying? But Kenya could have easily brought those people into the situation. I think that Kenya has done a good job at making sure that this is the thing. Kenya is smart. Some people say an omission is a lie. But if you think about the shit that Kenya has said, she done said enough to make sure that she really not putting nobody else into it. So I think that's where the semantics come in because it's like, you gave her some information. Did you give her pics? Did you give her videos? Like, now we start to play the word game. No, I didn't give her any pics. I didn't give her any videos. Did you give her information? Did you give her a number to a private detective? Did you give her the number to, you see what I'm saying? Like, did you have anything to do with it? And that's really like what it comes down to. And I do believe that Drew had something to do with it. Whether she gave her the pictures, the videos, or the number to a private detective, I don't know. But I definitely believe that Drew had something to do with it. Girl, you can't even just outright say no. You're answering questions with questions and shit. Girl, stop. Anyways, y'all, that's all I really had to talk about today. Yeah, my plan is to post another video on the other side of town on Patreon by tomorrow. Well, the goal is 2 videos a week. But I was like, there's some things that I wanted to talk about. I did want to talk about Laverne Cox and Jackie's daughter, Takari, her and Moniece. They didn't get into it, but they just, exchanged some words. They just exchanged some words on not Twitter, online. And I wanted to talk about that. And yeah, that's it. But yeah, I do have a Patreon for the girls and boys who don't know. The link is in the description box. And if you would like to support, help a nigga out. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's all I really had to talk about, y'all. I told y'all it was going to be a short video today. The link has 1 in it, but the name is still Rodney the Voice. Like, if you click on the link, it's going to say Rodney the Voice 1. But my name on my page is still Rodney the Voice. I'm going to try to find a picture to put up so people know that it's me. But so far, I have 3 videos. I have a video about Shannon Sharp and that girl. And then I have a video about, what videos I have? Oh, Armand, Funky Neva, and Claudia. And then I have a video about, I forgot. Girl, I forgot. Oh, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, and Martell and Ariana. And then that was also about Shannon and the girl when the case had settled. And then I made a video when the girl came back and said that she retired. Baby. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm going to put up a picture eventually, hopefully soon. So, of course, people know that it's me because right now I don't have a picture up. That's all I had to talk about, y'all. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done, child. I've already made a video earlier today about Chantel posting a statement. I did the live. Yeah, we good, baby. we just trying to keep up with the mess. That's it. Yeah. Hello, Ashley. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Well, I'm done. I will talk to y'all more than likely tomorrow again. I may just post a video tonight. I'm not sure. I may just wait till tomorrow to do it. But y'all have the second video for the week on Patreon up to either today or tomorrow. We'll be talking about Laverne Cox and Moniece Slaughter and Jackie's daughter having a little 1-2 online. Like I said, it wasn't like dragging each other, but it was just a little, just a grown folk conversation. All right, y'all have a good day. Talk to y'all later. Bye.